Hi YouTube, it's Tiffany in progress with my August budget update. So let's just say I blew the budget. I am way over the budget and behind. So let's talk about that. I looked at every budget line item on my Everydollar and I am in the red on everything except my giving, which is to the theater and our local NPR station, rent, on target, phone on target, gas under budget, and the gym, which is on target, never moving. I had to add in a expect the unexpected line item. I put aside $50 and that was just for little random things I would forget in the month. $10 here, $20 here. And it turned out that that was over $335. So I did not plan that one out. So I am over budget in the unexpected of $285. And some of the unexpected are at a family member who had an emergency and needed some money. Now I'm not wealthy and I'm not in a position to just hand off, but this particular family member really needed it and I had it, so I gave it. And I didn't lend it, I gave it. So I won't see it back. And I'm okay with that because sometimes you have to give. This person has lifted me up many times when I didn't have. This person has taken care of the kids. So when someone needs, you give. So that was 100 of that. That threw me off at the end of the month. The other bits, I forgot about soccer. My youngest plays competitive soccer and it is not cheap. We get a slight discount, but I still forgot about it. So it seemed like it started early, but it really didn't. This is the time of year he starts. So that was almost another $100 down. And then it didn't help that I got strep throat this month. And because of that, I lost some income on my second job. My first job, main job, is salaried, so I don't worry about being sick there. But my second job is hourly, so missing those days equaled not a paycheck. So that threw me off. Because of all of the chaos and all of the red, there were some bills I didn't even pay this month. So I am starting September behind in two categories: car insurance and student loans. So those are behind a month. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that. I don't like being behind. And so because of that, I'm taking a pause on my emergency fund. So the goal was to restart the emergency fund and try and get at least half of it in there this month. I'd planned some extra activities to bring in income. Again, I got sidelined this month, so that didn't happen. And then I got behind. So I can't save and be behind at the same time. So priority number one for me is catching up. So that is the goal for September. September is being caught up and present on all bills. There were some blessings in August. One, I didn't have to do back to school shopping. Yay. Mom and boyfriend took care of back to school shopping. So mom got clothing and a few supplies and boyfriend took care of shoes and stuff. So that was a blessing and I'm very thankful for that, because if I had that expense, my poor babies would be going back to school and everything they had last year. And they didn't spend a lot, but they're growing. They're growing boys. They're teenagers. So everything from last year would not have worked very well for them this year. What else? Oh, I canceled some things. So because I knew what this month was looking like, I took a hard look at some of my line items. One being Weight Watchers. Yes, I need to lose weight. Yes, my doctor said so, but I don't need to pay almost $40 a month for someone to tell me to do that. So I did cancel that. So that's about $40 back in my budget. It was a $20 cancellation fee I had to pay this month, but that's okay. I downloaded an app called Lose It, and it does the same thing. I track my food and all of that jazz. And the other part to that is just use my gym membership, which I'm going to do. I mentioned last video that I may be teaching Zumba classes coming up, and it's true. I'll be back starting Tuesday. So on Tuesdays, I'll be teaching Zumba class at a local studio. So that means for me, one, additional income. Two, sorry, that's my dog. Two, I'm going to work out. I have to work out if I'm teaching the class. So that helps me with that. That's most of my budget update. I'm staring at my Everydollar. I'm staring at the sadness of my Everydollar. Like I said, there were some blessings, and I'm thankful for that. I did end up bringing in an extra $165 in income. That was reimbursements from the production company for last month or 2 productions. So that was $150 of that. And then somehow my paycheck managed to be a little bit more, $15 more this month at my main job. I'm not going to fight it. I'll take that. So that came in handy. As you can see with the blowing the budget, I needed that extra so I didn't dig myself in such a hole. So let's rewind and go back to the fact that I said I was pausing the emergency fund. So it's very frustrating to have met the emergency fund and having to start over. It's hard. I watch so many videos and so many people, and they are, knocking it out. And I'm here constantly feeling like I'm knocked down. So I had to have a little bit of a self-conversation this week and talk about how to make it manageable. If you've never watched my video before, I'm a single mother of 2, just trying to navigate this thing and get it done. I see so many videos, and 2 people I watched last night, I love their videos, but they're both single and young and live at home still, or single with no kids, or married with a partner who's helping provide. So it's very hard in my boat. And so I had to really, really sit down and figure out, okay, Tiffany, how can you do this? So I made myself a chart. Robert, can you hand me that lovely arrow chart, talking to my child, on the chair? It's my senior. Thank you. So I made myself this lovely chart, and I've basically broken down baby step 1 into small bites. For me, those small bites are $10 increments. So it doesn't seem like a lot. It is a turtle intense, but I'd rather be turtle intense than not trying at all. So I've put down $10 increments that I will just check off. So if I get an extra $10 back from, returning some items, which I do have to do, that $10 will go, for September, will go to making up for being behind. But once I catch up and get caught up on the 2 bills that I skipped, I will then start tackling baby step 1, $10 at a time. So not so much Gazelle intense. I don't know why I said Giselle. She's a supermodel. She's intense too, but not what we're talking about. Gazelle intense, more tortoise intense, but still moving, still getting there. Slow and steady wins the race. And that's kind of where I am. I'm going to do a video later this week just talking about appreciating where I am. It appears I'm not the only one feeling like, oh, all this progress around me. There was an Instagrammer who considered deleting her whole account, and I understood why. She's going to stay, but I'll talk about that feeling you get when you're on this journey. And there's so many people around you also on the journey, but there's so many people not. And life just keeps knocking you down, and you're trying to figure out how not to drown. So I get that. I 100% get that. So I will do a midweek video. So my next check-in won't be so much the budget check-in, but just talking about overcoming that feeling of drowning when you're trying to accomplish something that seems impossible. It's not. That is my dog again. Fighting with my cat. So that's my check-in. That was August. Again, sitting in the red, not loving it, but I will applaud myself for actually tracking and not giving up. In the past, years ago, when I first went through the class, I was the kind of person who would fall off and just give up. I'm done, not doing it. So this time around, when I restarted this journey, I was very adamant that we will stay on target. Had some conversations with my kids about our goals and where we want to be and what they need to do to help, meaning not complaining about eating the same meal more than once, because it's what teenagers do. But they know their part in making this happen. I know my part, and we'll reach our goal. We'll get to be able to tell you we're debt free, and we will get to buy that lovely house. I keep saying to the universe, this time next year, I will be having a housewarming party in my home. That is my goal. This time next year, I'm going to be having a house party in my new home. So I'm going to put that out in the universe and see what happens. It'll be fun to check in next year to see exactly where we are. All right, YouTube. Thank you for checking in. That's my August in a nutshell. I'm not going to go over it line by line because it's depressing. But that is what August looks like for me. Lots of red. Over $300 over the budget and still behind. But still on task. No matter what, still on task. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, YouTube.